If you just clicked on this video, you've either just recently purchased carbon steel cookware or you're seriously considering it. My name is Corey Blanc. I'm the founder and owner of Blanc Creatives. We're a handcrafted culinary tools company based in Central Virginia. Our main product being carbon steel cookware. Purpose of this video, first steps, general care and maintenance, and what to expect when you're using carbon steel cookware. First things first, you unbox, give it a good wash. So what we do here after we completed the pan is we coat it with a coconut oil. That oil serves as a protection layer during storage and transit. So when you get it home, want to give it a good wash, nice, warm, hot, soapy water, get any of that oil residue off. Most important thing after that is to put it on the stovetop. When you put it on the stovetop, heat it medium high heat. That's going to dry out the pan and evaporate any moisture that's left. It's always important to make sure you dry the pan after washing. So the old thing with not washing your pans, the old don't wash your cast iron, that all comes from back in the day when soap was lye-based. All modern soaps are gentle enough and they're not going to affect your carbon steel or your cast iron pans for that matter. So now you've got it washed, you're going to need to season it. I did a seasoning video a few years back. I'll link it up above. But just to summarize, what is seasoning? Seasoning is a polymerized, essentially burned on, polymerized, and bonded light coating of oil onto the pan. You can do the stovetop method, which is in the video above, or you can do the oven method. Use what oils you have on hand as long as they're a high temperature oil. Avocado oil seems to work really well and most people have it. It's readily available. So if you want to do the oven method, it's probably the easier of the two, but it does take longer. So wash, dry the pan. Then take a little bit of oil, drizzle it into the pan, wipe it around so you have a nice light coating of oil. It's not going to, no liquid oil in the pan, so just kind of an oily residue. Think of it like wipe on, wipe off. Put it in the oven. Here's an avocado oil. Put it in the oven, a cold oven. Turn the oven up to 500 degrees. So when the preheat's over, the oven's at temp. Give it 5-10 minutes. Turn the temperature off. Do not open the door. Do not take the pan out. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. What you're going to want to do is let it cool naturally and slowly in the oven. I like to do this in the evenings usually with the new pan. That way it just can cool overnight. When you take the pan out, after it's cooled down completely, it might have a little bit of a golden amber tone to it. That's the start of your seasoning. You can start cooking on it then, or if you're really feeling feisty, do that maybe 2 or 3 rounds. Then your pan's gonna be ready to cook on. I will say that they can go through like an ugly duckling stage sometimes, and that's just part of it. And the seasoning doesn't happen instantly. It does take some time. So even on that first initial round, it's bonding on there, but you might cook something and it might come off a little bit. The more those micro layers are built up, the better the seasoning is going to be. So you can see brand new, nice, shiny, beautiful skillet. This pan here, this is in that middle stage. So I did 1 round of oven seasoning on this. There is it's hard to see if you can see it, but it's a little bit of an amber because I like to wipe it on the front, inside and outside when I'm doing the oven method. But I cooked something acidic in this pan a little too early. So you can see it's kind of got a rainbow effect up here on the edges. You can kind of see a line where the seasoning and then it's the acidic. I did some tomatoes in here. And so you kind of see that line of where they were. And then all you got to do is just do that oven method one more time or just keep cooking. In the beginning, I always say keep it dry and keep it with some fat. I like to do some grilled cheese, some pancakes, toast some like pumpkin seeds in there. Something you're going to do where it's not a heavy liquid, but there is a fat and you're allowing the pan to heat up. And then over time, what's going to happen is this. This pan has been my daily use pan for over a decade now. That's really what you're going for. So eventually all of that is going to even out that you see in this pan, and you're going to get this nice black finish. And it is more of a satin finish, if you can tell in there. What happens is if you get some of these kind of like glossier edges, that's a little too much of a buildup. So, as you're cooking, let it naturally evolve, let it richen, let it deepen, and wash. So you want to wash regularly. If it comes off when you wash it, it's not seasoning, it's just carbon buildup or excess fat, oils, and grease. So wash it well, stovetop, dry it, and use regularly. The biggest thing we get with customers that are especially new customers to carbon steel cookware is not using it regularly and generally just overthinking the process. So just use it, don't overthink it. If it feels right, it probably is. And if it's looking wrong, then it probably is. Just with steady use, you will become used to your pan. And it's an odd thing to say, but you're probably going to develop a little bond. And you're going to learn when you do this, it does that, and you treat it well, and it will treat you well. So as always, thank you guys for being a part of our journey here at Blanc Creatives. And here's a great cooking in the future.